Hey guys, thanks for stopping by for another video here at All I See Is W. In today's video, I'd like to deep dive and talk about what is going on in the Bitcoin market. We saw a lot of great news yesterday, especially with Donald Trump tweeting, on Sunday that he will be supporting the US Strategic Crypto Reserve by, having a reserve with Solana, Ripple, and Cardano, and all of that led to a big time God candlestick run up with price of Bitcoin. It went all the way up to like 96,000, and today, the moment the stock market opened, we saw the price of Bitcoin just drop down from the 90,000 down into where we are right now in the 83,000. So a lot of us are wondering what the heck is going on. Is this due to a potential rug pull? What's going on? Like, are we hearing more about tariffs, market uncertainty? So we'll cover all of those updates using technical analysis. Now, if you're new to this channel, first off, I would really appreciate you hitting like, subscribing for more related content. See, Bitcoin is currently hovering above 83,000. So on Sunday, we saw that run up from like 84,000 to 90, 6,000, and now today it's back all of the gains from yesterday, especially with Monday market opening in the stock market. In fact, not only Bitcoin is it down, but the entire stock market, like S&P, small caps, down over 2%. So all of this is driven from like market uncertainty. Of course, we hear a lot about tariffs, and I think this is causing market reaction where consumer confidence is going back and forth, whether we see consumer confidence and then the day later things go in reverse here. But just based on what we're seeing with the technicals here, the MACD, we're beginning to see, big time, you know, uh, depression with the stock right now. And question is, are we going to continue to see the price of Bitcoin drop down? I mean, it was nice to see it hover back up into the mid 90,000s, but you see here RSI at one point it was significantly oversold. It got bought back up yesterday, and then now we're beginning to see the selling pressure again. MACD, we're beginning to see that convergence here, but hopefully we'll see the MACD momentum have that, that blue cross with the golden line and eventually see momentum pick up again. But as we, go more towards a zoomed in view here, you see just based on near-term technicals, we see some slight momentum increase here with the price of Bitcoin slowly going back up, and it'll be interesting to see how Bitcoin behaves tomorrow, whether we'll see a run up. But I think with all of this volatility, we're going to see a lot more divergence when it comes to momentum. Relative strength index, we'll see a lot of ebbs and flows, whether it's going to, go up towards the upside. We haven't really seen RSI kick up yet to like 80 RSI in this bull market. So those are the things we have to factor in based on technicals. We'll see here that, there was heavy selling, just with today's market open here. And, volume is slowly beginning to pick back up just with the recent updates here. But hopefully we can see Bitcoin, hover into the 85,000 as we get towards, the next 3 hours here. Just looking at the crypto heat map, you see here Bitcoin. I mean, yesterday it went up 10%. Now it's down 10%. Why is this that we're seeing this yo-yo effect? I mean, we saw XRP making a big run yesterday, including Solana, but currently down 21% Solana, 20% XRP, Ethereum down 16%. My goodness, there's just so much market uncertainty, volatility right now. Um, the question is, are we going to continue to see market volatility? I think that's the question that now a lot of people are having, but I think that the fear factor has kicked in. Let's take a look at this posting from Plan B. So some questions about the Bitcoin market cycle chart. It is still measuring bull market red in on-chain data. But as I explained in today's video, we are at a crossroads. So you see here in red, that represents that we're still in the bull market here. And technically, when it starts being in the yellow, that's when we see that top off here, along with the bear market represented in green here. But one of the key things here is that, for us to be out of this bull market would be getting RSI levels to 80 plus, which is very possible. Just based on technicals here, it was such an alarming time. I mean, MSTR pre-market, it was hovering at like, $300. And then what happened throughout the day? I mean, it ended the market at $250. I mean, going up $50 per share right at the opening of the stock market. That's some huge gains. Really thought that there was, big inflow pressures. But what did we see? Bitcoin price dropped down. So what did that result in? MSTR also taking a drop down. I mean, it ended the day with the small single digit loss, but overall, all of those gains early on during the day, it just got wiped out. But you see here, just based on, December through March here, we just see, just continuous bearish cycle here. But key thing is we see that there's this bullish pennant flag that's being established here. You see that channel where the price continues to just, hover within that bullish pennant flag. And at any point in time, whether it's March, which I do very well believe so, we can very well see it break out, get back into the prior resistance. But just based on technicals, because RSI is significantly oversold here, I think that it's a great buying opportunity, along with MACD showing just a continuous convergence between the two momentum indicators here. But I think that just with a matter of time, whether it's this week or the following week, we can see the blue line break out and beginning to see market momentum increase. But this all will be driven from, I think, the summit at the White House come March 7th, and I have some updates to share with you towards the end. Let's take a look at the big three miners today. So you see here right at the just around the time frame of where we are. I mean, March 3rd, you see in the pre-market open, I mean, Mara, right, CleanSpark shot up here, right? They were up like double digits. And then what happened? We saw a big downward turn, price beginning to depreciate, just with respect to how it's correlating with the performance of Bitcoin having a big drop off. You saw RSI drop down here to down the levels of like 8. That's hugely oversold. And then it started picking back up and then dropped again down to like a low level here. So I think, what we're seeing here with so much market uncertainty, I think that even though we see selling pressure, I think the technicals are just really screaming at us to buy where possible, especially with these big three miners. Mara at like $13, Riot at like 886, CleanSpark at 779. Definitely undervalued. It's not a matter of if, but a matter of when we see these, share prices, go up by double, even more. But I think that just based on the technical indicators, this is definitely undervalued here with these three stocks. Here was a posting from what I had yesterday. The big three miners, Riot, Mara, CleanSpark, are primed for a big run up with market sentiment in Bitcoin changing, coupled with increased volume. MACD crossing is showing signs of bullish divergence with momentum for a big run up in these miners. RSI was sub 20, representing an oversold anomaly. Possible plus 60% run up in March, in my opinion, as volume picks up with shorts covering positions after Trump news. So, that was what was expected. Shorts, potentially covering. But what happened today? We saw a big inverse behavior with the price of Bitcoin. But I think all in all, as we just scale out, just looking at it from December through March timeframe here, because RSI was significantly oversold, with Riot being down close to 30%, CleanSpark 44%, Mara down 50%. This is really screaming at a buying opportunity where it's just going to run up at one point. Just looking at MicroStrategy here, I mean, this was hovering at like $300 and then it just kept just going down here. I mean, we're seeing, a bear flag kicking in here just based on near-term results, but it just gives you a depiction of how fast things can change. Going up, $50 throughout the day, and then at the end of the day, it dropped even in the minus, which is alarming. Let's take a look at Adam Livingston's posting here. If Trump eliminates capital gains on Bitcoin, strategy instantly goes from being a corporate anomaly to the blueprint for 21st century treasury strategy, front running an entire economic paradigm shift. While other companies were busy stockpiling, devaluing dollars, MSTR was hoarding the only asset that just became tax optimized, regulatory endorsed, and mathematically inevitable, a cheat code in plain sight. The market hasn't priced this in yet. MSTR is poised to explode if this happens. So there's rumors about Trump potentially eliminating Bitcoin capital gains tax at the upcoming Friday's White House crypto summit. So if that happens, then big things can really push forward the price of MSTR, the miners, even Bitcoin. Let's take a look at this posting as well. If you're fixated on MSTR's short-term fiat share price are missing the entire point. Right now, the market still prices it in USD, but as Bitcoin becomes the unit of account, strategy will be valued by its proportional claim on Bitcoin itself, not some arbitrary dollar number. Fiat price volatility is just noise on the path to an inevitable realignment. At the end of this transition, no one will ask what's MSTR in dollars because dollars will be irrelevant. The only thing that will matter is how much Bitcoin per share it represents. And as fiat debasement accelerates, that ratio becomes the only metric that matters. People waiting for a dip in USD terms are measuring in a broken system that won't exist at the end game. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yes, today was such an anomaly, seeing big time drop off, selling pressure with Bitcoin, and this led to MSTR's gains throughout the day just going to the negative, including the big three miners. Now, most of you are wondering what's going to happen in the remaining of March onward. I think that one thing that we have to keep in mind is that, in this investment type of play, there's going to be these uncertainties that come into play. However, from the long-term perspective, I do think that these stocks will eventually go back up. So I wouldn't worry so much. We do have a pro-crypto president, and better days will definitely come. And it may very well be starting tomorrow. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe for more related content. Thanks, guys.